Ben Quadinaros. Today we have more Micromaster guy things. This time in gray and orange and blue and red. These are some very interesting ones. These are both Autobots. This one is High Jump, and this one is Powertrain. Let's take a look at Powertrain first. He is cast in this really weird orange color. It's very bright, but like a dark orange. It's really hard to explain. It's a nice feeling plastic, though. I do have one major issue with this figure, and that isn't just the fact that he can't really stand. Why do you always have to... But it's also the fact that, like, well, he can't really stand. This thing falls off so easily, and it's so annoying. But let's see if I can make it through this video. He has some very nice blue paint, kind of all around him, and then also some black paint, as well as he's also molded in some black plastic for his tires and his crotch. He also has a little bit of silver paint for the face and the test plate. Let's take a look at High Jump next. This figure is mainly cast in this really boring gray color, but it also has some black, like I said, for the other guy. But yeah, this is definitely the most chunky Micromaster I have. It's also kind of tall because of just how much kibble he has. This figure also has some really nice paint on him, just not very much of it. Most of the paint he has is the light gray that they cast for the windows, since he is just gray, so they can't really do gray windows. He also has some red, like for the head, and the torso, and the leg, and that's about it. And then a little bit of silver, so... Oh yeah, and some red right here for the cable? I'm not sure, but... This is not a very good looking figure, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's not good, really. It's kind of fun to transform, but it's just not a very good looking figure. It's so clunky and just... Size comparison time. Here we have Studio Series Voyager Class Optimus Prime. Here we have Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Brawn. Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Detritus. A Nintendo DS Lego Lord of the Rings game case. A knockoff Nerf dart. Some underwear. A Lego Star Wars Jump Trooper. And the Redneck Rock. So these guys are tiny, obviously, like every other Micromaster. That's kind of the whole point of them. Most really on these guys are about as average and mid as every other Micromaster. Let's go ahead and go with this guy. Ball joint at the shoulder. He cannot really go 90 out. He can swivel all the way around-ish. No bicep rotation, no elbow joint, no fist rotation. You do have a nice torso swivel. He can kick up 90 degrees. He can not really kick... He can't kick back. He can't really do the splits. The knee can bend almost 90 degrees. And there's no foot articulation because he doesn't have feet. Now for high jump, no head rotation. Ball joint at the upper shoulder. He can do 90. He can't really go all the way around because of the amount of junk in the trunk. There is a very, very, very loose torso swivel on this guy. Like, extremely loose. He can kick up 90 degrees. He can't really kick back because of the junk. He does not have the splits capabilities. There's no thigh rotation. The knee can bend a little bit over 90. And there's no foot articulation. Especially no heel articulation because he doesn't even have the concept of heels. Why is this so loose? Like, that is literally a Beyblade. So yeah, their posability is just kind of mid at best, to be honest. But their transformations is where it gets even more mid. And that's their transformations. Transformations on these figures are kind of mid. I really hate him because of his stupid leg. But his is kind of fun to do, mainly because it's, like, unique. And these vehicle modes look kind of good. I mean, this is way superior. This is just awful. I mean, this really is just a horrible Micromaster. Most of the paint used for this figure is definitely being shown in these modes, except for with this guy. They can combine as well. And that's their transformations. This is nothing. This is not a gun. There's no way this is supposed to be a gun. Yeah, it's about as bad as all the other ones, though. I have to give it credit because, you know, at least they did it. Like I always say, it is still cool, even if it's virtually useless. That little extra bits that they added just to make it like a gun, it just makes the figures more fun. Just like all other Micromasters, they kind of just... having those extra things just make it a little bit more fun. Overall, these figures are like, This one I actually prefer, even though it's like really clunky and bad, because this is just even worse. Overall, I give it like a 4 out of 10 for this set. Good